welcome to another Case Closed review. My name is Kate, otherwise known as Narataki.
And I'm Alan, otherwise known as Hisui.
We're from ReverseThieves.com, and you can go there to get other Case Closed reviews, as well as our monthly Speakeasy podcast.
And this time, we are wrapping up Kuroko's Basketball Season 2 from Production I.G, and it is streaming on Crunchyroll.
I mean, if you watched the first season, I don't know why you wouldn't be watching this season, but that's not really the point of the review. This is really our final impressions of what has gone on. So this second season, is really focused on the Winter Cup, this kind of bigger tournament than they had been in before, and obviously they lost, late in the first season, so now we're kind of, building them up. Like, the best thing about the season to me was that we got this really great focus on the second years, Hyuga and Teppei, who, Teppei kind of showed up way at the end of the first season because he was out with an injury.
He was kind of an unknown even then when he appeared.
I feel like he's the heart of the team, and that's what you kind of learn over the course of the second season. I think that's what the best part is that, like, he's an uncrowned king, and he's Ironheart. And, like, he is the one who forms the basketball club, like, gets everybody to do it and, like, basically forces his way into Hyuga's life to make him join the club and really gets it going. They're the second years and it's Kuroko's basketball, and we care a lot about Kuroko, we care about Kagami and their team and their, like, friendship and sort of bringing the team together. But the second years, like, they've been there all along, so it was really nice to get so much focus on them this season.
And it's not like Kuroko and Kagami basically sit around and play cards for the whole thing and don't have character arcs and important things. I mean, without them, they would not be winning these games. And in each match, they have some important bit of character growth or some new trick to pull. Yeah,
I thought there were a lot of new moves in this season. I don't know if that is a function of, like, just they think that that's what they need more of in the series, or if maybe they're going at a faster pace. Like, it's kind of a clipped pace, which is one of the nice things about the show. So, but it felt like a lot of, new passes, new techniques. It was really cool to see Kuroko really growing in the season, because a very unusual character for a sports show because he's such a passive defense character. But I think you start to see him grow as a basketball player a lot and to add more to his repertoire, which is cool.
I was going to say some interesting matches, probably the most hated match of all time, the cheater team.
Oh. There's always gotta be, like, those one dudes that have to be like that.
I feel like, no matter what you could say about the other matches they played, they're just, like, the worst team that you were like, fucking lose, you fucking bastards.
And I feel like that match also showed the strength of Teppei, because he, like, literally gets the crap beat out of him on the court, and he's, like, all these bruises and stuff. That was just heart-wrenching, I really hoped that, like, the leader of that team was just gonna fall off the face of the earth. He is so horrible. I know we were all hoping that after they beat them in that game, that, like, after that, they were going to be beaten up in an alley somewhere either by Aomine, or the best solution would be an Aomine-Kagami team-up, and then they beat the crap out of them. In this season, they played a lot of other teams, so except for Aomine, who shows up again, and they have, like, such a good match again, everybody else was mostly, like, we finally learning more about the other players of the Generation of Miracles, or some of these Uncrowned Kings and other teams. I did miss Kisei in this season. He was, like, almost non-existent. And I'm sure other people had favorite characters maybe from the first season that don't really appear that much here, but I thought they did a good job with, keeping everything interesting. And Aomine just got more awesome in this season. So I really thought he had really good character development. And I really liked that he started teaching Kuroko some stuff, like, near the end of the season. And I thought that he had good character growth.
I wonder if they're kind of saving Kisei for the next season. Because he appeared a lot in the beginning. He was, like, the first person of the generation of miracles you really meet, and he's super friendly. And, he kind of starts off eases them into the greater generation of miracles because he's just so amiable. He's a tough opponent, but he is just so, he doesn't feel like an opponent. He feels like a friendly rival.
Right. Also, he says something very integral to Kagami in the last match, which I think proves sort of his role, or that he is still relevant. It's not that he's not in it because he's not good anymore. It's that, they're leading up to him again to be, another rival later in the Winter Cup. But when he shows up in this last episode and sort of pushes Kagami a little bit, I thought that was really nice.
I find it interesting that in many ways, Jizai is the most invested in everybody doing better. That was kind of his old role in the old team. And he basically pushes Kagame because he wants Kagame to go ahead. But in a way, he's also doing it to show who Kagame is against. By losing, he'll grow even more. So I feel like in a way, back when they were the generation of miracles, Jizai was kind of the heart of that team. And even now that they've broken up, he kind of still has that role.
Not only do we get to learn Teppei and Hyuga's sort of past, but we do get to learn quite a bit about Kagami, because when everybody's training, he goes to America and trains, and then he comes back, and then we start to learn, about his kind of friendships there. What did you think of Alex?
She was very anime American.
Yeah. I don't know. I felt like that was kind of only one of the, mild disappointments, was that she's really awesome because she's a professional woman basketball player, which is I'm really think it's great that they're including something like that. But yeah, then they had to make her oversexed American, which I mean, I don't know, that's just a trope. But
I really thought there were some nail biters in this one. The only one I think was this intense was that one actually with Jizai. It was not an actual main quote-unquote event. It was Jizai versus Almine.
Oh, that was a really good match. Yeah, I actually thought a lot of the matches in this season were good. The Almine match was really good, and it pushed him and Kagami into a totally new realm. Their next matchup will just be ridiculous.
It was so intense that they basically had to put two super guys in the next match to even have any ability to somewhat equal that Almine match. Because you could not believe after those two going at it that any single guy could be as good as that Almine match. You basically needed two guys who were Almine -2 even pose a threat.
And I think that they got that. I mean, the last match was really hard, and I am just constantly on pins and needles about Teppei and his future, because, you learn a lot about what's going on with him, and there's doom ahead.
He's clearly on borrowed time.
Yeah, and it's so hard because of this season, I think he's become my favorite character. And I don't even talk about it.
What I was about to say, it is powerful when Kate is yeah, there's a hot blonde guy, but this guy is my favorite character.
But Kuroko, I feel like we haven't talked about him enough. I mean, he's wonderful, and I really enjoy the moments when he gets angry, because he's such a calm, very placid character. And there are a couple of scenes in this season where he genuinely is mad, and it really resonates. It really comes across really well. And I like that, they use it sparingly, and it has so much more impact when he does. And I think in the end, he is the one who believes the most in Saren and their ability to play as a team and really make it all the way. So I am glad that he grew over the course of the season, and I think kind of his role on the team is going to continue to grow in a way that's kind of unexpected. I feel like in the very end, he's going to become an all-around amazing basketball player, because he starts off so kind of specialized.
Yeah, I feel like the season has made it really evident that he's growing beyond just his gimmick. He might not be a Kagame, Almine style monster that just could be a one-man team against a, nobody 5-man team. But I do feel like they're definitely having him grow some skills beyond his just, I'm pass and I'm invisible.
I don't think he'll ever be that, because it's almost like he's supposed to be the opposite of this natural born talent. He's supposed to be the contrast to that. And actually they kind of say it really well, I think, in one, the last couple of episodes when they're talking about him versus Murasaki Bara, how Kuroko knows loss and he knows hopelessness in pursuit of playing basketball. I feel like he's not supposed to be that guy. He's supposed to be great, and he's gonna do great things, but he's just not supposed to be like that. It was another really great season. There better be another season. I mean, I can't, if Viz refuses to license this manga, then they have to keep making anime, or I don't want to live in this world anymore.
I remember randomly doing something for a chapter a day and putting in chapters, and I accidentally went to the wrong site, and I thought they put on Kuroko's basketball on the Shonen Jump site.
That's just mean, Al. That's just mean.
And then I was like, oh no, I went to shonenjump.com, not shonenjump.net or something like that. And I was like, oh, thank God I didn't tell Kate that they're, day and date simulcasting Kuroko's basketball and then was wrong. Oh my God, I might get beaten.
Really need them to license this manga, because we're going to have to wait at least, I would say that if they're doing another season, which they didn't say at the end of the episode that they are or not, it's not going to be for at least a year, I think, just because they're sort of getting close to catching up. Obviously, it's a weekly comic, so it does come out very fast, so the material does pile up. I think it'll be out probably maybe next spring if we get any more.
The look of defeat on your face.
Do you hear that, people? This is how Al, he just laughs at my pain. Look,
Kate, I am only having this joy because I know that there will be more. I mean, they quit the Kuroko's terrorist. This is crazy popular. I feel like there's no reason for them not to at least finish the Winter Cup.
I know. I was really actually surprised that, it didn't complete. I thought for sure that it was going to finish by the end of the season. Or I just assumed, with mini sports series, oh, we're getting close to the end of the season. Oh, but we're not close to the end of the Winter Cup. Oh, that means that they're going to lose. But we still don't know the final outcome of the Winter Cup, so I'm kind of surprised.
I'm only playfully sadistic because I'm 100% sure that there will be more of this.
I hope so. If you've never watched Kuroko's basketball, I don't even know why you listened to this case closed review of the second season, but
if you are interested, though, I think other than maybe Kan Iroha, probably Kate's favorite of the season.
Well, it's a fall show, technically, so. But yeah, great show. It's always, intense. It's great basketball action. Great bros. Really great bro moments.
Kate is invested in the love triangle.
That doesn't really exist. I just feel like it gives me all the feels. I love this show.
All right, see you guys next time.